We are looking here at a small pocket atlas of a sort. It's a geography book, a gazetteer, in this beautiful 18th century period binding, mottled calf, spine with raised bands, and this lovely floral gilt stamping in the compartments, very typical of the era. We see this kind of hand marbled end papers. And well, what I'll do here is I'll go through the book and show each map. I might pass on by mistake, but I'll do my best to catch all of them. They're bound within. Here's a nice frontis of the author here. Well done, copper engraved. We see that it is 1764. And nice little woodcut ornaments like this, typical of the era. And so what we get to here is this first folding map of the continent of Africa. Interesting that we see the Nile, the source of the Nile are these two lakes down here right in the middle of the continent. Short little tear on that fold line, which is very minor. Nice, again, more of these type of ornaments and illuminated type initials as beginnings of some chapters. So the next map is this one here of all of Asia, and we see this de la Company, this Company's Island here, which is a apocryphal landmass, which is partial outline, and we see this partial coastal outline that's not even named, just some coast. And then this next one here is of Southeast Asia, well, India, and of course Vietnam and Thailand and Sumatra and Borneo and the Moluccas Islands and the Philippines and so on. And then we get to this one here, which is fascinating and noteworthy, because if you look at North America, what you'll see is this enormous Mer de l'Ouest up here, which is, of course was that little inlet there of Juan de Fuca. It's an apocryphal giant lake. In this case, looks to be about the size of the Mediterranean. Okay, and then this next one here folds out like so, and it is all of Europe, like this. The engraver's name down here is at the bottom, Lettre, like that. Okay, and here we have this map of France, like this. Okay. And then we'll continue on and see if we can't unfold this one next. That's an interesting one of the Arabian Peninsula. Look at that outline shape. Look at these various mountain chains here. Yeah, interesting. Okay. And they also show a source of the Nile as being this lake here, but then there's this another branch of the Nile heading out into the desert, another one coming south, so that's interesting and inaccurate. Let's take a look here. We have, again, a fascinating map, really, because, again, we see up here in North America this apocryphal Mer de l'Ouest configuration or shape outline here, which does not exist, and this, look at this shape here of Alaska, how it just juts out like there's a long peninsula. Fascinating depiction there. And what's interesting too is the Nile source here is shown as some mountains, evidently in the middle of the continent, but there's like this apocryphal river that connects all the way across the entire length of the desert with the source of the Nile here as well. And look at this, Australia, the coastline of the south is undefined, and Van Diemen's Land is shown as attached and part of the continent of Australia, as opposed to the island, which it is. And let's just see here. Yes, map of the Holy Land, like so. Yeah, interesting. Okay. And what we have here is this Mediterranean, right, Italy, and across to Turkey, and so on. This is a nice little pocket atlas here with all this profusion of folding engraved, copper engraved maps. That's nice. Asia Minor, Cyprus, Turkey, Armenia, so on. And then we get to this one here of Greece and Italy and Sicily and so on in Europe. And the next one is, oh yeah, this is interesting. Persia across the north of Arabian Peninsula and so on over towards India, like this. Okay, and I think that's it. Yes, so that brings us to the end here. The book is complete. It's well preserved. It's a pleasing example, and it is available now online from me, Brian DiMambro.